Alright, this is going to be just a quick video of the gaming PC I just built. I built it in a Corsair 650D case. I only got one DVD drive in the front. I just wanted to go with a really simple, clean look. There's not much really to the front. Right here's all your I/O, two USB 2, and then two USB 3, and then two USB 2, headphone, microphone, firewire, and then up here is a, let me see that, hot swappable hard drive bay. You can slide either a 3.5 or a 2.5 inch hard drive in there. It hooks right to the motherboard. So let's see if there's anything else in the front. Down here is a removable fan dust filter. So captures all the dust. This is my only intake fan. It came with a case. It's a 200 millimeter 1000 RPM fan. The case comes with two, one here and then one on the top. So then we'll flip around to the side. See the side of the case. I guess a lot of the Corsair cases come with these little latches right here for the side panel. They really come in handy. I do a lot of overclocking, so sometimes, you know, you gotta flash the BIOS, and you know, not having to screw around with thumb screws in the back is a pretty big deal to me. I really like that feature a lot. Last computer I built was in 2009, and I just hated that. You know, I was wishing for something like this back then. So yeah, we'll get a look at the inside. One thing I want to mention is, before I even, you know, when I got all the parts and stuff, I didn't realize how many of the things I'd gotten were actually by Corsair. I really like the stuff they make. Looks really good, and it, you know, works really well. Starting here at the bottom, this is a Corsair HX850 modular power supply. It's my first modular power supply, and I'm never buying anything other than a modular power supply. Just for the sheer cable management. I mean, not having all these extraneous cords to deal with in the back, and you know, trying to jam them in, trying to get the back cover on. So it made cable management in the back, you know, a lot easier. You know, normally an 850 watt power supply I'd have a ton of cords, so that was a lot better. Down here, this case comes with two of these hard drive bays. One goes on top here, but they're removable, and then you can also take this and move it down to here. You can move it down here, but I'm just keeping this here right now. But one thing I will say is, after moving this hard drive bay on the top, I get a lot of airflow from this front fan, because, you know, there's not this giant empty obstruction right there. So I just took that out completely. I might actually move this down to here just so I can get even more, but I haven't done that as of yet. Like I said, in the top I just got one Asus CD DVD burner. The video card is kind of the main attraction of the build. It's a EVGA GeForce GTX 680 superclock. It came overclocked at 1125 megahertz. It's pretty much double what I was using. My previous card, my old rig, was a EVGA GTX 285, and that was clocked at 600 megahertz. So this is like, you know, almost double the speed of that. It's a 2 gigabyte card, and I really have nothing bad to say about it. I mean, it's, you know, not only am I getting like really high frame rates, but everything is, you know, super smooth. There's no screen tearing or, you know, flashing or anything like that. So the card has just been a dream. It's a great card. I was really surprised at the size of the card. I thought it was going to be a lot bigger, because, I mean, like, you know, the 7970, I mean, at least comes out to here. So I was really happy with that I don't have this gigantic video card to try to deal with. So, I mean, it may be small, but it packs a wall up. The motherboard is a an Asus P8Z77V. It's been a good board so far. I don't really have any complaints about it. I don't really spend too much money on the boards as long as I can overclock them and stuff like that. So yeah, for the processor, it's a Intel Core i7 2nd gen 2600K. It's the Sandy Bridge processor. So far I've got it clocked up to 4.75 gigahertz, and it's stable. It'll play games and everything, but if I go to 4.8 it just blue screens and dies and applications crash and everything else. So I'm happy with 4.75. I don't really need anything else beyond that. I'm getting like close to 9 points in Cinebench, which is a huge improvement for me. For the cooling for the CPU, it's an H80 in a push-pull configuration. It does a really good job. I used to have, you know, I'd never used a closed-loop water cooling before. Before I had full water cooling in my old system. It was just a pain in the ass. I mean, it looks really cool and it works, but you know, anytime you want to remove something, it's like a big deal. So I'd much rather just have air cooling at this point, just so if I need to pull the graphics card or I need to pull something out, I don't have to drain the loop and do all this other stuff. You know, it makes troubleshooting way easier. But I mean, the closed loop is a really good option. For the memory, I got an 8 gigabytes of Corsair Vengeance at 1600 megahertz. And let's see. For the cable or for the wiring, these are just cable extensions I got off FrozenCPU.com, and that's pretty much about it. Yeah, one thing I forgot to add was for my storage, I have a 120 gigabyte Corsair SSD and a 60 gigabyte Intel SSD. I got the 60 gigabyte SSD is where Windows is loaded, and then my games are all on 120 gig SSD. So yeah, there's my case. Let's see. That's what it looks like when it's turned on. This side panel just goes right back on. Super easy. The system boots incredibly fast. The Windows animation won't even finish. And there we are, all booted up. So yeah. And that's what it looks like most of the time. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more. See ya.